worst come to worst, you have two lah. You only have two. Oh no, Fata, one of them injured ah. As they're doing a tournament eh. Apparently I'm getting 360 for budget. I'm getting 360. Ryan tell me so if you all come to your FYP over there.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. Welcome to the Women's Asian Champions Trophy in Singapore. The match between India and Malaysia will start in a couple of minutes. From India, the team lineups we have: number 1, Navjot Kaur; number 2, Navdeep Kaur; 3, Deep Eka; 4, Monica; 5, Narinder Kaur; 6, Pelayanururai Murad; 7, Puna Bala; 8, Niti Pradhan; 10, Anuradha Tokchong; 11, Sabita; 13, Rajani Itimapu; 15. Punam Rani. 16. Vandana Kataria. 17. Deepika. 19. Namita Koko. 26. Sunita Lakra. 28. Rani. 30. Priti Dobi. And the coach for India we have Neil Corbett. From Malaysia, the team lineups we have number 1, Farah Yahya. Number 2, Nuraini Rashid. 3, Nur Azlinda Said. 4, Nurul Mansur. 5, Nur Hasliza Ali. 6, Nur Sharina Shabuddin. 7, Siti Ruhani. 8, Juliani Din. 10, Siti Sa'ad. 11, Nur Azlin Sumanshri. 12, Hanis On. 13, Surizan Awauno. 14, Zafira Aziz. 16, Mas Azia. 17, Siti Otman. 19, Fazila Sylvester Selim. 20, Nur Faiza Muhammad Sayuti. 21, Martin Sukri. And the coach from Malaysia we have Muhammad Dharma Raj. Umpiring today's game we have from Japan we have Junko Wakatsuma, and from Singapore we have To Lee Min. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, please stand for the national anthems. First up, the national anthem of India. Please remain standing for the national anthem of Malaysia.
All right, good afternoon, viewers. Welcome to the first match of day 3 in the Women's Asian Champions Trophy right here in the SengKang Stadium in Singapore. You are witnessing the game between India and Malaysia. India, who's coming into this game with 2 losses to Korea and China earlier in the competition. And India is coming in with 1 win and 1 draw. They drew with Japan 2-all on the first day, and they beat Korea 2-1. So now, both the teams have something to fight for. Malaysia searching for their first win of the competition, and India fighting to get to the last 4 in the competition, which will take place on Saturday. In the meantime, we have India in blue attacking on your screen from right to left, and they are in possession right now with Monica on the ball. Nice hard hit there from the Malaysian captain, Siti Ruhani, one of the more experienced players in the Malaysian team right now. And I have with me the technical analyst and one of my very good friends who with me in the national hockey setup years ago when we were playing for Singapore, Mr. Nordin Manaf. Welcome, Nordin.
Hi, Danka.
Okay, Malaysia is putting the pressure on India right now, and we are still in the first quarter of the game. The score still stands at 0-0. An unfortunate hit, miss hit there, and the ball goes back to India. Monica on the ball, looking for Grace. And a tumble there. Grace being tipped over by one of the Malaysian players. Ruhani. Nice hard hit into the Indian quarter. The fumble there by the Malaysian forward. Grace on the ball. Looking for Monica on the right. Quick outletting on the right side of the field. Down the sideline it goes. And the ball goes to India. A quick break there by the Indian forwards. And a nice hard cross across the face of the goal. But unfortunately for India, no one on the other end to connect with it. Rani Poonam, who tried her best to get to the ball, but was unsuccessful. And we have Monica now on the ball, looking for options. Sunita. Well intercepted there by the Malaysian midfielder. Ball to Malaysia. Intercepted once again by the Indian player, and we've got Vandana chasing for a ball, closed down by one of the Malaysian midfielders. Siti Saad on the ball, looking for an option. Grace, well intercepted there, closing the ball down before Hanis could get to it. Vandana. Poonam to Radha, Radha to Poonam. Looking for Vandana up front. Nice series of passes there by the Indian players, all the way to the Malaysian goal. And we have the first goal of the game. Well worked goal by the Indian players, all the way from their half, right down the left flank of the field. quickly moving into a goal-scoring position. We get a confirmation of who is the scorer in just a short while. So what do you have any views about that, Nordin?
Yes, I think it was a good move from India, especially they are playing the 2v1. They create the 2v1 attack, which easily beat the Malaysian defense. I think they should play like that instead of like too much individual, like as the last few, maybe the earlier games.
That's right. Yes, for those of you who watched the earlier games, you would have noticed that the Indian team were trying to dribble out of situations, but this time round they seem to be working through a series of passes to get the ball into the Malaysian D, and they did so successfully by scoring the first goal. And on your screen right now you have Monica, who's down. She's got hit in the midsection of her body. Seems to be winded at this point in time. So you've got the physiotherapist there just attending to her.
And today would be interesting how we will find Malaysia handling Indian counter-attack, because the Indian counter-attack will be very quick and fast.
Right.
Yeah. See, I want to see whether they make any changes from the last two games, Malaysian games, where they were a bit slow coming back with I think Korea's counter-attack.
That's right.
Yeah. So let's see and wait.
Well, actually, Malaysia was having problems with the counter-attack for Korea, and to a certain extent with China, but they played a lot better against China.
Yes.
They were defending better, they were marking their men better,
Yes.
and in fact, they were leading that game by 1-0 before allowing China to score, finishing the game with a 3-1 win.
Yes.
Well, Monica seems to be okay. She's taken a short break. She's off the field, I believe. So the game continues with India in possession of the ball. The score stands at 1-0 to India. The overhead flick.
There was a 5-meter rule for aerial ball. You need to scoop into the space.
I think the Malaysian girls, knowing how quick the Indian players are, they've stepped up on the speed of their game as well, trying their best to try and take on the Indian players. And at that point, Kriti has created a foul, but well intercepted there by Nikki in defense. And we got Vandana running off with the ball, trying to look for an option.
Yeah, I think you are right. For Malaysian today's game, it seems that they are more energetic and
Yes.
and more energy. Hopefully they can
keep it up.
maintain throughout the game. This would be good for them.
Yeah. We've got a lovely day today here. It's not hot at all. It's nice and cool. We had a bit of rain earlier today, and hopefully the players will be able to enjoy themselves. Can't say much for many of our friends who come from other parts of the world. They seem to be sweltering in the heat. But for the most of the Asians here, they seem to be quite comfortable with the weather. It looks like Malaysia in possession of the ball, trying to work their way through. We've got Norazlinda, who was closed down, and then another Norazlin working again into the D of the Indian defense, earning a free hit for Malaysia. Free ball. Good work there by the Malaysian captain, Rohani. More pressure there from Surizan. Shot at goal, maybe? Oh, unfortunate there for the Malaysians. Good work from the Malaysian captain, who tried to work the ball into the D with a quick pass. But no one at the end close enough to take that shot and goal.
The Indian team seems like not settled for this game.
Yes,
I think they should keep the ball a bit longer, to get the momentum
right.
before they can go all out to
Yeah.
attack. Yeah.
And sometimes I think one of the ways that we do that is basically to pass the ball around, get
Yes,
everybody
exactly.
settle down.
Yes.
Okay, like Grace has the ball right now for India, trying to work the ball in a very
Oh.
good tip off there. Good work by the Malaysian forwards. Nikki gets the ball back for India, and we've got Navdeep on the ball right now. The ball gets knocked to the sideline by the Malaysian defense.
Malaysia is really moving very well today.
That's right, Nordin. I think they know that that India is a tough team to play against. Skillful players, quick, very fast, and the Malaysians have to match up to that if they want to stand any chance of getting into this game, coming out of this game with a win. Grace on the left defense with the ball, looking for one of her forwards.
Making full use of the whole pitch by passing the line ball.
Rani on the ball for a free hit for India. Back to Grace. Rani. Good work by Rani. Getting a free hit, walking into the Malaysian D. Looks for a reverse hit. Well saved, knocked off by one of the Malaysian defenders. Amalina on the ball. Malaysia looking for options. Amalina. Quick transfer off to the right side. Juliana. Looking for an option. She finds one with Linda. Trying to fight for the ball with Grace from India. Pretty on the ball. Good pass to Rani. Rani trying to work the ball. Good pass back to Pretty. Shot at goal. Oh. Took a bit too long to take that shot. I believe she was hanging her stick.
Yes,
What do you think, Nordin?
I think yes, and number 4 for Malaysia, I think she was quick enough to pressure her so that she don't get a clean shot.
Amalina. Nice ball through the middle, but failed to trap on the other end. Fazila. India under pressure there. Hanes chasing for the ball. Good work there by the Indian number 17, Deepika. Navjot sending the ball out. Yes. Some quick passes there by India. Nyalum failing to make a clean pass to her teammate Rani for the ball to go out of the sideline. Oh no, it hit her foot and now it's a free hit for Malaysia. Juliani on the ball, looking for an option. Failed to stop there by Fatin. Nyalum. Overhead flick closed down very quickly by the Malaysian forward. Ball to Malaysia. Fazila does well to earn a free hit for her team.
Good vision by her.
Good work there by Nosharina. Oh, what an unfortunate tackle. on Sharina. Amalina on the ball. Unfortunate there for Nur Faiza to try to trap it on her reverse. Failed to do so. Ball goes back to India with Grace starting the ball on the left side of the field, transferring it across to Deepika. Deepika on the ball, trying to look for an option. And we've come to the end of the first quarter of the game between India and Malaysia. India leads by 1-0. Very, very interesting and exciting first quarter, don't you think so, Nordin?
Yes, I thought Malaysia was playing better than Malaysia, but than India. But however, India had a chance to score one first. Yeah, so at first for performance, I think I will give to Malaysia.
Yes, heads up for the Malaysian girls who are trying their best to hold out the very, very powerful Indian national girls team. We've seen some very good stick work, some very good passing. In fact, the Indian goal was a series of passes that was impressive and eventually resulted in a goal. We've got a confirmation that Rani Poonam for India, player number 15, scored the first goal. She had a series of passes with Rani and Vendana and was eventually rewarded with a field goal. Score now stands at 1-0 with India leading. Just finished the first quarter. We should be starting the second in just a short while. And right now we've got a Malaysian offensive right into the D, well spotted out by the Indian players.
And it was a good decision making by the goalkeeper. She was very alert. And she came out very fast.
That's right. It's quite difficult to beat a goalkeeper from the sideline.
Yes, from the sideline.
Yeah.
That's why you need someone to be behind to support.
That's true. Nyalum on the ball. Good hit there. The ball goes up to the forward line. India on the offensive. Rani Poonam, good work there from her. The ball goes to for free hit for India with Monica on the ball. Quick series of passes there. Rani Poonam on the ball. Good jink. Well blocked there by the by the Malaysians. Amalina. Quick series of passes there. Fatin trying to look for an option. Oh, dangerous. Good work there by the Malaysian girl. Amalina on the right, looking for an option. Ball down the line. Well closed down there by Grace earlier on. So we have Amarina now trying to start off the free hit. Good attempt, quick deflection into the D of the Indian team, but no one on the other end to receive. Ball goes back to India. We've got Sunita on the ball, looking for Monica. Monica under pressure on the right flank. Free hit for India.
If you realize for Malaysian team,
Yes.
they don't hit the ball direct to the D. They will hit to someone outside the D. Then they will use a deflection
Right.
to change the direction of the ball,
That's
which
right.
is working for him.
So all we need now is someone to finish at the
Yes.
end.
I think they have realized that they can't send a direct ball to the D because the Indian players would be
Waiting
good
there.
yeah, basic,
Yeah.
yes.
Good effort there by Nabiha to try to get the ball down the baseline from the right hand side, but she was unsuccessful and pushed the ball out. Grace. Monica trying to look for her forward there, but it's too far away for Navjot to get to. The ball goes back to Malaysia.
I think for the Indian team today, for the intensity, I think they step down a little.
Yes.
Probably they do it on purpose, like they will try to play wear off the Malaysian players. Then maybe.
And a good hit there from Deepika that was well closed down by the Malaysian goalkeeper Farah Yaya. Good work there from Malaysia.
Yes, maybe I was saying about their intensity. Probably they choose to step up their game in the last quarter, like what China did.
Right. Well,
It can be a plan.
that could be the plan, yes. But it could also be a case of the Malaysians stepping up their game and making it more difficult for the Indian team to
Yeah,
break them down.
They are playing so well this first two quarters. For a moment, I thought was the Dutch club.
Is it because of the orange?
Yes.
Okay. Siti on the ball. I beg your pardon, Nurazlin on the ball. Well stopped there by Nuraini. Quick cross into the D, which was knocked off by one of the, I believe it was Sunita. Deepika doing well to smother the ball and getting it back for India. Deepika looking for an option. She finds one in Monica. Play continues. No, it doesn't, because the ball has already crossed the sideline. The ball goes back to Malaysia. Poor control there by Fazila, losing possession to
That was a good vision by the right half.
That's right. And Rani Poonam there, who tried to stop the ball, failed to do so. Noraini looking for options. Lovely overhead, looking for Norazlin. It falls for the number 14 from Malaysia, Zafira. Noraini. Norazlin. Good pass there to Siti. Still India under pressure. Unfortunate there for the Malaysian player who's still on the ground. And that looks like Surizan, who tried her best to get to the ball. It was an excellent attack by the Malaysians. Probably the closest chance they've had so far in the game. Don't you think so, Nordin?
Yes, I think that was a good move. Actually, I thought the Malaysian was trying to look for the penalty corners.
Yeah.
Yes, the way how they push the ball is like towards the Indians' foot. Yeah,
I think they missed.
They missed. Yeah, and the Malaysian players also missed. However, I thought the Malaysian girl was set. Someone sat on her.
Yeah, it looked that way. Nikki. Ouch.
I'm surprised that the umpires allowed that to happen because the nearest
dangerous
defender,
situation.
yes, very near, because inside the 5 meters. It's either that or she can flick a direction away from the oncoming defender. Then it's okay.
Good work there by the Indian players, working the ball up the right flank of the Malaysian half. Rani Poonam with a hard hit into the D. Monica struggling to control the ball, but she was being pushed from behind by Surizan, and she's lost possession of the ball. And in this context, because the foul took place within the semicircle, the umpires awarded a penalty corner to the Indian team. And as we've seen so far, Nordin, in the competition, the Indians don't have a strong enough drag flicker, and they've been trying to hit the ball through, or at least some of their set pieces, they're trying to look for a variation, the passing off to somebody else to take the hit at goal.
Yes, that and it disadvantage the player, the team, because it's very simple to easy to block the direct shot at goal.
Well worked there by the Indian team. Radha trying to sweep the ball in from the near post, but unfortunately the ball did not go into the goal. Close shave there for Malaysia. We got Amarina on the ball now, working the ball up. A quick transfer to the left.
That was a
Very
good
quick
pass.
sweep, yes. First time pass. And it's a free hit for Malaysia. Green cards coming out, and we have Radha being sent off temporarily for that tackle. So she's off for 2 minutes, and India down to 10 players. Narinda trying to look for options.
Sometimes that kind of tackle outside the 25, what they call it in soccer, professional foul. They do it on purpose so that they don't enter the 25 and become more dangerous for them.
Right.
Yeah. So I think she satisfied to get the card because she did it on purpose.
Nurul on the ball. Siti trying to work the ball out. quick free hit by India. There's a call for dangerous play. Well, they seem to have cleared everybody, so not quite sure. Quick 1-2 passes again by India.
I think today that is the key point for India by playing 2v1, creating the 2v1, caught Malaysian off guard most of the time.
Monica with a hit that went straight into the foot of a Malaysian player. Now the Indians are in the D. Unfortunate, couldn't get to the end. Vandana was trying her best to connect with the ball, but she was not able to. It was a good cross from the right from Monica.
Yes, it was. I think she was blocked by one of the Malaysian, the vision,
Right.
the view.
Monica closed down by 3 Malaysian players. Well done, worked it well to find Nyalum. Nyalum to Vandana. Good skill by Vandana, closed down by the Malaysian players. Good work. Well trapped there by Nurul, but couldn't get past Nyalum. Navdeep working the ball up to the right side. Radha trying to control the ball but unsuccessful. Radha on the ball, tries to look for support from Rani, but it was a poor pass by Radha. Giuliani on the ball for Malaysia on the left hand side of the field. Giuliani looking for options. Amarina looking for options. Back to Giuliani. Great composure there by the Malaysians. Hazliza on the ball. Hazliza, reverse hit. And the Malaysians are walking into the D. Nurul on the ball. Good shot from Nurul. Does she have a second shot? No, she doesn't. Well closed down there by Sunita. India on the counter. Vandana failed to control the ball. Well saved there by the Malaysian goalkeeper Farah. Good work by Nurul on the Malaysian end in the Indian D with a reverse shot. Well saved by the goalkeeper Rajani.
Yes, it was a good end-to-end stuff.
That's right. Sunita. Deepika. Poor pass back there to Grace. Unfortunately for Deepika, Grace didn't read that pass clearly enough. City on the ball. Giuliani tried to find Amarina, but it was a difficult ball to trap, especially when she was under pressure.
Yeah, there's a simple, silly mistake because there's actually no pressure on her.
Right. Radha. Poor control there by Radha. Amarina on the ball. Well closed down there. Radha. And we've come to the half time of the game. Alright, we are going off for the half time with a score of 1-0 in India's favour. A brilliant piece of series of passes between the Indian players, resulting in the goal from Rani Poonam at close quarters. A couple of 3 or 4, maybe 5 passes, cutting down the Malaysian players one by one until they got into the D, and we had Rani Poonam at the end knocking the ball between the feet of the goalkeeper Farah, and giving India their first goal of the game. Your thoughts, Nordin?
I think Malaysian has improved with every game. Maybe they have really settled down. Sometimes outside of the pitch situation, like maybe they're not maybe used to the environment.
That's right.
Can help, don't help them in settling down.
Yeah.
I know that the first few days they were not really suitable with the food down here in the hotel. Yeah. So now I heard that they are trying to get some local food.
I see.
So maybe because of that, and they feel at home. They have the normal kind of food. That is one aspect only. But I'm just saying that they are playing well. They are settling. So good to see, and they need to, because if India step up in the last 2 quarters, I think they will be in trouble.
Yes, and so far, if you can see, the game is fairly even. Both teams had shots at goal. Both teams had chances to score. But at this point in time, for the first half of the game, we have not seen any penalty corners from Malaysia, and
Yes.
India has only had 1 so far.
Yes. Actually, when the Malaysian has this circle penetration, especially at the baseline, I thought they would have
Created,
created the penalty corner instead of taking shot at goal.
Yes.
I think they have a better chance of scoring
Right,
with the penalty corners.
because they have
So,
quite a few
yeah.
set pieces.
Sometime in the game, because the penalty corner is so important, it becomes a tactic from the coaches. Like, when you take a shot, don't take shot at goal. You get
Create
the
a shot corner.
Yeah, create
Yeah.
a shot corner.
That's true.
I
That's
think
true,
they,
Nadir.
they need to do that sometime.
Well, there's still another half to go, viewers, and perhaps we will see more goal mouth action from both these 2 teams. Both teams playing extremely well on this day 3 of the Women's Asian Champions Trophy right here at the SengKang Stadium in Singapore. All right, Nordin and I are going to take a short break, and we'll be back for the second half commentary. Don't go away. Korea once again on offensive into the D. First attack in the D for Korea, and they have just found the first goal of the game as well as for the competition. Need the push out. And the second goal for Korea. A fantastic drag flick to the top right of the goalkeeper.
A well worked penalty corner.
Here we go. Good trap. Well worked. Set piece over there by the Koreans. Looks like number 5, Park Neon. Good control along the byline. Malaysia in the D, and they get their first goal of the game. The first goal of the game for Malaysia.
That is more like it.
Yeah. Seems like Nur Faiza, number 20 for Malaysia, when she was trying to take a shot at goal. Quick push out. Oh, the mistake on the shot at goal. And it's the second goal. Well done. Good recovery by Malaysia in the first penalty corner of the game for them. And get a shot at goal. And Korea scoring their 4th goal. Getting into the Malaysian D, 3 Koreans, and it's a goal. Well taken by the Korean 19, a series of quick passes. All right, viewers, welcome back. We just started the second half. We're in the third quarter of the game right now with Deepika for India. Vandana on the ball right now. India is in blue, attacking from left to right on your screen against Malaysia. And at this point, India are leading by 1-0 with a brilliant series of passes that resulted in Rani Poonam, number 15 for India, scoring the first goal of the game. We've got Grace on the ball. Vandana, the captain of the Indian team. You can see the Indians pushed up really high, don't you think, Nordin?
Yes,
I think this change of strategy.
Maybe because I think they didn't step up the first 2 quarters. I think the pace they are playing now is better.
I think they're gonna press the Malaysians into submission. If we get a short corner or two.
I think so.
So the Malaysians are really locked down in their own D. Reverse hit across the face of the goal. Well stopped by one of the Malaysian defenders. Malaysia trying to get the ball out. There was a foul there on Faiza. And Malaysia trying to get themselves organized once again. Amarina on the ball. Hazliza. Back to Amarina. Giuliani looking for a quick pass. Good ball through for City. City trying to look for an option. Finds one. Well closed down there by Rani Poonam, the goal scorer for India.
I thought she took too long to decide who to pass because the option was on.
Yes.
And as she come closer to the defender, I think the space is limited and
Right.
it's easier to defend like that.
And sometimes in a situation like that, when you know that you will be surrounded by opponents, when you hold on to the ball a bit too long, you realize that you got more than one option and then you cannot decide which one to take.
Exactly.
Well defended there by Malaysia. Hazliza on the ball. Poor pass there by Hazliza. Looking for her number 6, Sharina. It's a little bit too far for her. Nikki. India working the ball around again. Deepika. Grace. Quick pass across. Monica. Grace on the ball. Nobody going for her, and she's got space in front to move the ball up. Good stop there by Vandana. Good work by the Indian number 15. Goal scorer Rani Poonam did well to get the free hit. Deepika. Rani. Back. Another series of passes. Reverse hit to goal. Well saved by the Malaysian goalkeeper Farah. A good series of passes and a reverse shot there by Rani. Closed down by Farah. By Farah, the Malaysian goalkeeper. Nyalum to Grace. Again, the Malaysian sitting back, allowing Grace to come forward. Difficult ball to stop there, and Rani was not successful in keeping the ball in play. Good work by the Malaysians. Through ball, well done. Unfortunately for the Malaysian number 4 Nurul, but in any case, Malaysia still has possession. City on the ball, closed down by 2 Indian players. Good work there by Navjot. Well intercepted by Navjot. Malaysia trying their best to get the ball into the Indian D. Unfortunately for Malaysia, the ball hits the foot of the Malaysian number 20, Nur Faiza. Play continues with India in possession. Grace looking for options, finds one in Navjot. Back to Grace, working the ball through. Giuliani. And umpire is called for a stick check on Grace, earning India a free hit.
The Malaysians need to be careful because Indians are playing better now and not to commit too many players up front.
Right. Vandana. The ball, working the ball into the Malaysian D. Finds Radha. Radha is looking for Navjot and Vandana, but they are both closed down. Oh boy. Losing the ball at that point is dangerous. India, reverse hit. A quick reverse hit there by Rani, but unfortunately it was off target. A good effort though from Rani. It's difficult to try and lift the stick off to take a hit or even a push for that matter when you're surrounded by 3, 4, maybe 5 Malaysians. Not enough space to take a full hit.
Yes, in technical sense, that was a very high improvisation.
That's
yeah,
right.
she improvised she had to. They had no space, but she improvised the angle of the stick.
That's right. Dangerous situation there for the Malaysian number 6, Sharina. That looks like a card.
I think Malaysian are taking a bit more risk by trying to dribble in India half with 4 or 5 Indian defenders putting pressure on them.
That's right. And then we see another shove in the back from Vandana, the team captain. We already have one Indian player off the field, as you can see at the back of your screen there. And then we had Vandana, who shoved Sharina in the back, right into the ground. But the umpires only given a verbal caution to Vandana for that foul.
Was a good turn by the left wing.
Quick shot there by Vandana.
Yeah, good move.
And India has earned their second penalty corner of the game. The Malaysians are defending very well. I think they are intentionally sitting back into their half, allowing the Indians to come forward. Perhaps maybe they're going to try and go for counter attacks.
Yes, but sometimes when you sit back and defend,
you forget to run forward.
Yes, you forget to run forward, and you are at stake. That means they will get the short corner.
Right.
They'll try to get the short corner.
Okay, short corner. Well saved by Farah. Well smothered down by the Malaysian defense. Still under possession. Ball goes to Malaysia. Amarina, excellent job in keeping the ball in possession and earning the free hit, keeping the Indians at bay once again. Norazlin trying to look for a line ball, trying to look for Linda, but then unfortunately for Linda, the ball was hit off by an Indian player. Norazlin on the ball. A sweep. A good sweep, but unfortunately I don't think that's where she wanted the ball to go. But at the end and in any case, the ball has gone back to India. Nyalum very quickly taking the pass out to Grace. Back to Nyalum. Back to Grace. Good work there, Nyalum and Grace. Good series of passing. Navjot working the ball out to the left hand side there, and we've got Deepika, who's found Pretty up front. Pretty trying to look for an option. Gets closed down by the Malaysian defense. Good work there by Zafira. Zafira looking for an option. Takes on the Indian players. Good pass. And she's got a free shot. Oh, unfortunate for her. Unfortunate really for Malaysia.
That was a good off the ball running by the forward and created the space for the ball carrier to come inside.
That's right, and I think City should have done better with that shot.
Yes.
Even if she didn't score, a shot at goal on target would have created another situation.
Yes. Yeah, probably she had overrun the ball too much.
Yes.
She tried to adjust and couldn't get the contact.
Correct. We have, I think we're having a slight lapse of concentration from the Indian team. That the Malaysians are working really well, trying to get the ball out. But at this point in time, Vandana, Nyalum, good ball there to Rani. Rani working the ball up, trying to find Navjot, but the ball gets trapped under the foot of the Malaysian player. Free hit for India. Rani looking for Grace. Deepika. A good dummy there from Deepika. Well closed down there by Amarina. And Malaysia on the offensive. Linda to Norazlin. Linda trying to get past the Indian players, but she was overpowered by the 3 Indians, and the ball goes back to India. And we've got Vandana. 3 Malaysian players in front of her. She's taking them on with a skill. Well done, Giuliani, closing her down. We've got Faiza coming out with the ball. A quick transfer to the left side of the field. Good work by the Malaysians.
It was actually a smart play by Siti, the captain, allowing the Indian player to be channeled to the side, and the last man, step up and take her on the side. So
Right.
that's a good move
Good
in
tactical
defense.
move,
Yeah, tactical move in defense.
Amarina on the ball. Fazila. Knocked off there by Navdeep. Ball for Malaysia. Fatin. Fazila. Quick cross. Closed down there by Grace. India trying to work the ball out. Rani doing well to earn that free hit. And it goes forward to the Indian player Radha. Trying to wait for her teammates to arrive. Does well to hold on to the ball, but doesn't do well enough to get the ball across. And the ball goes back to Malaysia. We've got Nur Faiza running with the ball. Trying to take Monica on. Does well to turn her. Pressure on India.
Good pressure.
Good work there. Pretty. Looking for Poonam. Poonam using a skill to beat Faliza. Vandana. Good work from the
play.
Indian players. A little bit too far away for Poonam to reach. But good effort there by the Indians.
They are
Giuliani.
so good with this small area.
Tight,
Yeah,
tight
tight situation.
situations. Radha looking for Rani. Looking at the umpire and says, "That's my ball." Good work from Fatin. Deepika. Monica on the right. Quick ball to Pretty. And it's a penalty corner on the infringement on Pretty. I think there was an intentional stick check.
Yeah, that was a silly move because it's still safe because the ball is still outside the circle. You
That's
don't
right.
have to stop her because you have your partner to cover you.
Right.
So
And India has earned their 3rd penalty corner of the game. It's unfortunate for Fazila, who was the one responsible for the foul. And we see the Indian players lining up. Malaysian defenders getting ready for their run out. Ball comes out. Hit. Straight, well saved by the keeper. Pretty sending the ball back inside. And it's a penalty corner for a dangerous situation. The Malaysians are appealing for an infringement. But after consulting her fellow umpire, she has stuck to her decision that it is a penalty corner.
I think it was a right decision because the one that deflected the ball up was the Malaysian players.
Right.
So
So I think the umpire from Singapore, To Lee Min, was a little bit slow in blowing the whistle because she wanted to avoid the dangerous
yes.
hit.
Yeah.
All right, penalty corner for India. Poor stop there from Monica. Can they still get something from here? And it's a fantastic goal. And the Malaysians are unhappy. They are appealing once again against that goal. The umpires call for a timeout, listening to Amarina as to why that goal should not stand. And I believe the umpire
is speaking to the other umpire.
Is communicating with the other umpire to see if she saw anything. And both umpires are now going to confer before this goal is awarded to India. If it is, India will lead by 2-0. Both umpires, as you can see in your screen over there, Toli Min from Singapore and Wagatsuma Jonku from Japan, discussing whether or not it should be a goal, and Toli Min stuck to her decision that it is a goal. The Malaysians are still very unhappy. The Malaysians are still very unhappy. Amarina persistent that she saw something that should have caused the goal to be withdrawn, or the decision to award the goal to be withdrawn. And Amarina, in her frustration, has been sent off temporarily by the Singapore umpire Toli Min for dissent. This is a big blow to the Malaysian team, because Amarina, who is the team captain for Malaysia, is one of the main stalwarts of this Malaysian team, and she has been playing extremely well during this competition, in particular in this particular game here, leading her team on in spite of the 1-0 goal that India was leading by. But now we see India being awarded the second goal, controversial in the sense that the Malaysians disagree that it should be a goal. And there we have it, Deepika, player number 17 from India, awarded the second goal.
I'm not sure what the communication between the two umpires. But for me, if the second umpire say I don't see it, I might not give the goal, because it's not sure goal.
Right.
You know what I mean? If unless that umpire says I saw it, touches the one of the Indian players, then I will give a goal. Probably she had said that I saw it, so that's why Limin had given the goal. So if both umpires say yes, I think the Malaysian, I understand what she's thinking and going through, the captain. But I think she just continue, because if she's out, it's not doing any good for the team.
That's true, Nordin, especially when many of the players in the Malaysian squad, as we mentioned in one of our earlier commentaries, the Malaysian team is in a transition right now, and they have senior players, a few senior players who are still with the team and have been with the team for a number of years, and they have just recently included some younger players, early 20s, 21-year-olds, and players like Amarina is already hitting the late 20s and early 30s. So you can see there's a huge transition gap for the Malaysian team, and Coach Dharma has a big challenge on his hands to try and get this team to gel together. I believe that the time will come where the senior players like Amarina will slowly find a way out of the team to allow the younger Malaysian players to take over as the future Malaysian women's national team. So the play continues with the final quarter of the game between India and Malaysia. As you can see on your screen right now, India is leading by 2-0. First goal very well worked by a series of passes between the Indian players, resulting in Rani Poonam, number 15, scoring a field goal for India. And then we had in the third quarter a penalty corner goal scored by Deepika, of which the Malaysians do not seem to agree and were appealing for an infringement. But at the end, the umpire from Singapore, Toli Min, stuck to a decision and kept the decision to award the goal to India. which means that they lead by 2-0 right now. Malaysia on the run with their number 12 trying to take on the Indian players. Well done there by the Malaysian defender Norazlin. Ball switched across to the right side for Poonam. Poonam trying to wait for her teammates to get into position, and good work there from Rani, and she's tried to take on the Malaysian players, but in the end the ball was taken away from her. Nofa Iza looking for a teammate. Siti trying to find options, but then ends up passing the ball to Nikki from India. Grace on the ball, looking for an option. Vandana, quick pass to her left. Radha on the ball.
I think tactically this is the best time for the Indian team to pour more players up front and more attacking game.
Try to get another goal.
Because they have a cushion of 2 goals.
Yes.
And they have 1 player out. And from Malaysia, I think now she's coming in, but two goal cushion is good. So, but maybe not now, when the captain is already inside.
Yeah. So now the Malaysian team is back in full force. A nice long hit there from the Malaysian captain Amarina, trying to look for Hanis, but unfortunately Hanis wasn't quick enough to reach out for that ball.
Can you see how important role City plays for the Malaysian team?
Yes.
On that one pass.
Quick counter attack by India. Vandana sending the ball into the D. Does he well smothered down. Giuliani on the ball, trying to look for an option. Closed down by Rani, right in the corner. Norazlin, reverse hit, but only to be stopped by Monica. Sends it right across. Deepika trying to work the ball into the D, surrounded by 3 Malaysians. Finds Radha. Radha takes the shot, but it's closed down by Farah. But unfortunately, I think the ball rolls under Farah's pads, and for Tolimin, the umpire from Singapore, awards another penalty corner to India. Well, in a situation like that, it is very tricky. I can see Farah trying to appeal to the umpire that, look, the ball didn't roll under my pads, and she was even demonstrating a position that she was in to try and show the umpire.
In a split position.
Yes. But
I thought she got a point there, because the ball was not stationary.
Yes.
She was still moving.
Right.
Yeah, trying to clear the ball.
And you can hear the cheers from some of the Indian fans out here at the SengKang Stadium. Penalty corner for India. Quick hit. And the Malaysians are appealing that the ball was dangerous. As you can see, Hazliza looking at the umpire and pointing to her thigh and saying that the ball hit me in the thigh. Now that's dangerous. I think at this point the Malaysians need to maintain their composure. They seem to be losing a little bit of it in the midst of all these decisions that they disagree. Good shot there from the Indian penalty corner battery, but it was off target. Malaysia coming out, and we've got Hanis on the ball trying to look for an option. Can they get the first penalty corner? No, they can't, and the ball comes off Hanis's foot.
Yes, I think you are right. They should keep their composure and still play, because they are playing very well, and the time is they still got like 11 minutes.
Yes,
where it is still long for hockey.
Correct. You know, you can score a goal within seconds from one end of the D to the other.
Yep.
And as we've seen in a couple of the attacks from the Malaysian side, they've been finding the long balls across from their half of the field to their forwards. Unfortunately, nothing came of it, but you can see how quick the ball moves and how fast a goal can be scored. I can see that the Malaysians are playing with a bit more aggression, probably fueled by the umpire's decisions.
Sometimes it happens.
Yes, it happens. Poonam on the ball, trying to look for support. Gets it from Navjot. Navjot back to Poonam. And there you can see the number 10 from Malaysia, Siti Shahida, trying to show the umpire.
That was a wild one.
Yes. Well, let's hope the Malaysians will keep their composure for the last 10 minutes or so, and perhaps maybe they might be able to get a goal back and get back into this game. Linda does well to get the ball, and there's City on the ball right now, only to be lost to Pretty from India. The ball goes back to Malaysia, the right side of the field. Nur Faiza working her way into the Malaysian semicircle, and a foul has been called against Malaysia once again. And acres of space for Pretty to advance. She's got and a well-worked pass there from Pretty, trying to find Narinda, but Narinda failed to connect. If she did, of course, it would have been the third goal for India. But at this point in time, the ball goes back to Malaysia's possession, and we have Farah Yahya, the goalkeeper for Malaysia.
I think it was a
Calling for
fortunate time for Malaysia, because that was a 3v2 situation. Yeah, and the Indian team didn't score. I think it's very fortunate that Malaysia still got the chance to come up and play. They, as you said just now, I think they should keep more composed and play the game.
That's
like
right.
The last one,
Yes.
it was a wild hit. It shows that's the signal of, like, frustration.
Right. They need to try and control that and get back into the game, which they were playing so extremely well in the last 3 quarters. This Malaysian team looks like a different Malaysian team compared to the first game that we saw when they played against Korea and they lost 5-2. They're playing so much better now, and they are really trying their best to get back into this game. India, on the other hand, has about slightly less than 9 minutes to hold out with this 2-goal win. I beg your pardon, this 2-goal advantage. The ball goes to Malaysia. Well done, Malaysia. Good defending there. Nur Faiza on the ball. Marina looking for an option. Fatin, reverse hit, straight to her forward. Got Zafira there.
Well read.
Trying to control that ball. A good hit across to the right there from Navjot. The Malaysian number 14, Zafira Aziz. She's one of the younger players who's just making her debut in this Malaysian team. She's just joined the Malaysian team for a couple of months, and let's see if as she progresses in the competition, I believe she will start to be a force that the other teams will have to look out for in time to come. In the meantime, we've got Giuliani on the ball, looking for an option with Fatin. Back to Fatin, pressure there. Good pressure there from Deepika. Double team from Deepika and Vandana. Right, switch across to the right hand side. Noraini with the overhead flick. Dangerous situation there. India on the offensive. The ball goes out the sideline for Malaysia. Quick free hit taken there by Malaysia. Siti on the ball. As you can see, the Malaysians are appealing, trying to get whatever decisions they can in their favor. Oh, that channel should have been blocked by the Malaysians. But the ball comes out and we have Narinda on the ball on the right side, trying to look for an option, and she finds it in Vandana, team captain. Nyalum working the ball up. Vandana. Amarina trying to keep possession. Does well. Ball comes off Nyalum's stick. Amarina gets the pass. Oh, unfortunate there. The bouncing ball, a bit difficult for Noraini to stop. The ball goes back to the Indian team. Rani on the ball, wanting to take the free pass from the sideline quickly, and she does so. Radha looking for options. And she finds Nikki in the middle. The whole Malaysian team is back. Nyalum. Pretty. Vandana trying to look for a short corner. Doesn't do so. Hanis being called out for a foul. And we got Nyalum on the ball right now. Working the ball. Closed down there by Giuliani. Noraini. Malaysia doing well to get the ball out of their defense, but I think the pressure from the Indian players is forcing them to make all these forced errors, making it difficult for them to control the ball. Don't you think so, Nordin?
Yes, I think maybe right now the Malaysian has lost some confidence.
Yeah, it seems like it. They're sitting back quite a bit.
Yes.
You see, when they get the ball at this level, at this part of the field, you've got a whole half of the field to work the ball forward, and it's not easy to run the ball half the field. And we have another Indian player being sent off with a yellow card. Pretty Dubey for that foul. Amarina. Oh, it's a poor pass there, intercepted there by Sunita on the ball, trying to look for an option. Well done by Malaysia. Amarina under pressure. Surizan looking for an option, finds one, the right defense.
Sometimes at this level, if you are down and the decision doesn't come in your way, it's difficult for the team to have a lot of confidence and play well.
Right.
Yeah. So they really need to settle down and forget about the previous incident.
Correct.
Yeah.
Correct. And I think what's important to note is that those players in the team who at that point in time may not be so worked up should step up and tell the others to settle down, cool down, because they are level-headed at that moment.
Yes. And this is the experience I mentioned before with the Malaysian team. They are a very young team.
Yes.
So this is the difference between when you have a senior players where they will play like as if it is still 0-0.
Right. Giuliani looking for options. And she finds Fazila. Shahida with a good ball into the Indian D, but unfortunately for Hanis, neither Hanis nor Nurul were able to get to that ball. India. Nice overhead flick there. Amarina does well to trap the ball, cutting off Poonam. Hasliza. Nur Faiza walking into the D. Can she get a shot? No, she gets a free hit. Good work from Nur Faiza to try and force the foul And she does. And India on the offensive. Vandana trying to look for a way out. Doesn't find it. Malaysia gets the ball back. Oh, unfortunate there. Lisa. We've got Rani coming in with the ball. She finds Radha.
Especially when it is in the last quarter, when you are tired, you should keep it simple, early and simple.
Vandana. Deepika. Vandana. And it's a free hit for Malaysia. Marina trying to get the ball out. Good pass there. Good work.
Good play.
Sunita. Radha.
I think if Malaysia can get a goal,
Grace.
it will be good for the team morale. Even though
Yes,
they lose,
I believe so too.
It's not 2-1 is better than 2-0.
Right. We're down to the last 15 seconds of the game. And Malaysia is running out of time. As you can see, the Indian players are already assured of another win in this competition at the in this Women's Asian Champions Trophy. The first game of day 3 between India and Malaysia. India, the winners, winning the game by 2-0. The first goal scored by Rani Poonam, number 15. A series of passes between the Indian players, resulting in a very close counter goal. And then we had that penalty corner in the third quarter of the game that was converted by Deepika, the number 17 from India. The game finishing at 2-0 in India's favour. All right, Nordin, your thoughts about the second half?
I think Malaysian has improved and they played well. Just that I think the Indian teams are more sharper and more effective up front. Yeah. Whereas the Malaysian, the last part, the final decision or final
touch.
Final touch wasn't there. So I think that's the one that let them down. And one thing I noticed that the Malaysian recovery, especially the turnover, was better than the last 2 games.
Yes, I believe you're right there, Nordin. I think the Malaysians really went into this game saying, hey, we have to win this one, we want to win this game, and they were doing their best to try and win it. They're playing so much better, and with every game, in fact, they're getting better and better. And I think that the fact that they really wanted to come away with a win is very, very obvious in the way they played today. And credit goes to the Malaysian team for increasing the tempo and facing the Indians the way they did. And of course, with India, we know that they already have 2 wins and a draw, so they should be sitting quite comfortably in this competition. If they continue with this success, they are likely to be in the final rounds, which will take place on Saturday. So in the meantime, ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Nordin and myself will be taking a short break. We will be back for the next game, which will be between Japan and China. Another very interesting game. As you know, China has 1 win to their name, and for the Japanese, they drew with India, and I believe they would like to come into this game with a win. So both teams wanting to chase for that gold medal, which will take the gold medal match, which will take place on Saturday. And let's see what happens in the next game between these two very, very disciplined sides. All right, and I believe that we will be in for a very interesting game. All right, don't forget, ladies and gentlemen, it's at 8 p.m. a game between Korea and China. stay with us. In the meantime, my name is Gerard Denker, commentating from Singapore in the Women's Asian Champions Trophy right here at SengKang Stadium with my co-host, Mr. Nordin Manaf. We'll be back for the next game. Don't go away. Thank you.
gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome to the Women's Asian Champions Trophy in Singapore. The match between Japan and China will start in a couple of minutes. From Japan, the team lineup we have number 1, Nobuki Kageyama, 2, Imi Nishikori, 3, Ryu Akai, 4, Lisa Fuji, 5, Maki Sakaguchi, 6, Natsuki Naito, 7, Ayaka Nishimura, 8, Yukari Mayo, 9, Hazuki Nagai, 10, Hazuki Yuda, 11, Kana Nomura, 13, Aki Mitsuhashi, 14, Minami Shimizu, 15, Yuri Nagai, 16, Shiro Otsuka, 17, Miki Kozuka, 18, Risako Kanameshi, and 19, Ayane Hirahara. And the coach for Japan, we have Keiji Hasebe. From China, we have number 2, Oh Xia, 3, Shan Chuo, 4, Zhang Ying, 6, Zhang Liqia, 7, Guo Chu, 8, Zhou Yi, 9, Xu Wenyi, 10, Chen Yang, 11, Yuan Meng, 12, Lu Yikan, 13, Li Hong, 18, Dong Danyang, 20, Chong Mengling, 21, Zhong Jiaqi, 25, Tang Wan Li, 29, Zhang Qingrong, 30, Ouyang Wari, and 32, Yu Yaran. And the coach for China, we have Wang Haijun. Umpiring today's game from Thailand, we have On Pino Kiki Tirasopon, and from Korea, we have Kim Yoon Seon. Ladies and gentlemen, please stand for the national anthems. First up, the national anthem of Japan. Please remain standing for the national anthem of China.
All right, good evening, viewers. Welcome back to the Women's Asian Champions Trophy right here at the SengKang Stadium. We're just about to witness the start of the second game on day 2 between Japan and China. My name is Gerard Denk. I'll be your commentator for this evening. And with me, I have Mr. Nordin Manaf, who is going to provide the technical and tactical views of tonight's game. And we have Japan, who is in blue, starting out from right to left on your screen. And China on the offensive. Well defended there by the Japanese, trying to work the ball out of defense. With Ayaka on the ball. Misa looking for Asayu. Sakaguchi Maki, the team captain of the Japanese team. Good long ball into the Chinese half. Maki. Emi. Back to Maki. A good series of passes there. Sakaguchi looking for Nishikori. Nice long ball to the Japanese forward, number 17, Kozuka. But unfortunately, she was not able to track the ball.
Yes, that was a very patient build-up by the Japanese team.
That's right, Nordin.
Swinging the ball left to right, right to left.
Oh, what a good ball there. Trying to look for the Chinese number 7, Guo Qiu. The Chinese starting the game at a half press. China on the ball. Chen Yang. Guo Qiu. Surrounded by 3 Japanese players, trying to look for an option. Well closed down by the Japanese defense. Shan Chao. I beg your pardon, Sitia. Japan on the offensive with Ayaka. A quick counter attack by the Japanese. Well closed down by China. Well done once again by China. Quick counter attack. No support. Good layoff. Sitia. Looking for Zhang Ying. Zhang Ying on the ball. Japanese sitting back, waiting for that long ball, and here it comes. Wen Yu on the ball, trying to get past her Japanese markers. Quick hit, closed down there by the Japanese number 3, Asayu. Kozuka looking for support, gets a free hit. Nagai. Quick hit, took a slight deflection of one of the Chinese players, and it's a long corner for the Japanese. The entire Chinese team is sitting back in their quarter, trying to overload the space. The Japanese trying to look for an option, does well to win the ball back. Asayu. Well worked by Hazuki. The Japanese trying to get the ball into the Chinese D.
Today, I think the game will be interesting because both teams are playing quite a similar style,
Yes.
and they are quick and fast. For me, I think which team make the most mistake or give away the penalty corners, I think they will not do well today.
Well, that's true, Nordin. And as we remember in the earlier game that China played against Malaysia, they had quite a series of penalty corners, but it didn't work very well. There were a lot of errors in their push-outs. There were errors in their trapping, and eventually it led to Malaysia leading the game by 1-0. But they managed to recover and come back with a 3-1 win.
Yes, but I think they settled down already, and I think they are playing quite fast today.
Yeah, much more cohesive as a team. Huh? Sakaguchi, team captain for Japan.
Sometimes you play at this level where you play strong teams. You cannot take too long to settle down, because if you lose 1 or 2 games, right? You take time to settle down, and by the time it's all over.
That's right. A good ball into the Chinese D. Can they get a shot from the number 13? And she was brought down. Mitsuhashi Aki managed to hold on to the ball, trying to trying to maintain a balance and trying to get a shot at goal, or perhaps even passing off to one of her other forwards. But then she was brought down by one of the Chinese defenders to earn Japan their first penalty corner of the game.
Yes, that was a smart play from her, using her body to protect the ball. And it was so difficult for defenders to tackle because the body is in between the ball.
That's
her
right.
and the ball, yeah.
So let's see what the Japanese have in this penalty corner set piece. Will they be able to convert? All the players getting ready. A good push out. A good flick, but too direct to the goalkeeper. It's an easy chance for the goalkeeper to stop the ball. But Japan still has possession. A stick check there on the Japanese number 11, Nomura Kana. And she tried to take the free pass quickly. Yuda Hazaki trying to get the ball into the D. Protecting the ball. And the ball goes out the back line for a Chinese hit.
If you realize the Japanese for the PC, they make a last minute change of position. That is quite a smart move, because it will actually affect the run out and the direction.
Well worked by the Japanese. Unfortunate for them for not converting that penalty corner. And in the meantime, Chinese have just lost possession of the ball, and the ball goes back to Japan with Nomura Kana on the sideline, getting ready to hit the ball. She's closed down by 2 Chinese players. Still managed to squeeze the ball through. And there was an obstruction there by the Chinese defender. Nomura losing possession. The Chinese trying to get the ball out of the corner, and they earn themselves a free hit. Well done, China. Titia. Good work by Titia. And the ball goes out. A wild hit off the sideline for Japan. Sakaguchi sending the ball all the way back to her defender. Asayu on the ball. Nishikori Emi. A dangerous ball there by Emi, and she loses possession. Does she? Oh. Well done. Good recovery there from Nishikori to getting the ball back. The Japanese on the offensive, trying to look for an option. Gets the ball across. Looking for another penalty corner. And it gets thrown out desperately by the Chinese defense, holding the Japanese at bay. A good tackle there by the Chinese number 8, Cao Yu. A misflick there by Cao Yu. Ball coming back again for Japan into the Chinese D, closed down once again by the Chinese defenders. The ball goes out for China. And we have Wan Li on the ball.
She was alert.
Zhang Ying does well to get past the players. China on the offensive, closed down once again by the Japanese defenders. Ball goes out of play. Fuji Misa on the ball. She looks for Yukari. Miki trying to find a way in. Ayane trying to draw the Chinese players towards her, creating an even closer free hit just outside the D. A nice hard push, trapped nicely by the Chinese number 4, Zhang Ying. A reverse hit away into the Japanese half of the field. And China, once again, reorganizing themselves, making a series of substitutions.
I'm not surprised the way they play this game and the pace and intensity. I think the time played for each player would be lesser. Usually average of 7-8 minutes. Probably now would be like 6.
Right.
Yeah.
The Japanese players are so strong on the ball that they are able to keep the ball in possession even though they may be surrounded by 2 or 3 Chinese players. A shot at goal, well saved. Good shot there by the Japanese number 17, Kozuka Miki, but well smothered down by the Chinese goalkeeper, Yaran. Ball goes out of play for the Japanese. Asayu to Emi. Asayu tries to find a long ball between the Chinese players, but it got intercepted there by the number 7 from China, Guo Qiu. Japan's ball. Maki.
Japan has a slight advantage on the possession of the ball.
Well, the Japanese seem to be doing well at the back, trying to transfer the ball from left to right and right to left to find a gap to send a long ball through into the Chinese D. And they have earned themselves a penalty corner, so Japan has another penalty corner. Second penalty corner for Japan. As you can see the girls there discussing which set piece they are going to use. We have the Japanese captain Sakaguchi Maki getting ready for the injection.
There you go again.
Well done, a good save. Well, the deflection, there was a deflection by the Japanese forward, but unfortunately it didn't hit the target. And China back on the offensive, trying to look for the ball. A nice long ball all the way to the left for the Chinese number 7 for a reverse hit. Well saved by the keeper from Japan.
That was a top save. Top class save.
A very, very quick counter attack from China with the ball finding Guo Tiu on the left side of the field. She moves the ball into the D very quickly, takes a reverse shot at the Japanese goalkeeper, only for the Kageyama Megumi, the Japanese goalkeeper, to pull off a splendid save. Keep the score now still at 0-0. That was the best chance that China's had so far on the counter attack.
I thought the marking for the Japanese team just now was a bit poor because there's the only one forward up front. They have 2 defenders. They should have just communicate and make
Yes, that's true,
man-to-man marking.
That's true.
Instead, they are taking the zonal. Both of them are marking space and not knowing that the Chinese girl was behind.
Running from the blind side, huh?
Yes.
And there you have the China number 7, the one that took the shot just now, Guo Tiu, advancing. And we've just finished the first quarter of the game. And there you heard it, ladies and gentlemen, the score stands at 0-0 for both Japan and China. A very interesting quarter, I must say. Both teams really working out their tactical play to try and counter each other. China looking for the quick counter attack, soaking the pressure from the Japanese, and then coming out very quickly to counter attack. And they were able to successfully get the ball out from the right side of the field all the way to the number 7 Guo Tiu, who was free, ample loads of space in the semicircle to take that shot on the reverse, only to be closed down by the Japanese goalkeeper Kageyama Megumi. Excellent game as it's been so far. Yes, Nordin?
Yes, I think the Japanese forwards, they are creating a lot of good space. They are making the Chinese defense open up the central channel so they can penetrate. But what is Chinese doing? I think they are trying to go for counter attack like the last one, the last attack. So the Japanese team need to be careful of that.
Well, the Japanese team has made its way back to the field. They seem all fired up to take this game. They have, at this point in time, only one draw, which they managed against India. In fact, even with that game, they were down 2-0 and they clawed their way back into the game to finish off 2-2, which is an excellent game for both India and Japan at the time. And Japan obviously wants to win this game so that they can strengthen their chances of finishing in the top 4 of the competition. We're just about to start the second quarter. Nagai Yuri from Japan on the ball, waiting for the hooter to start this quarter. And there we go. It passes back to Nishimura Ayaka. And once again, the attack continues. The Japanese pressing forward.
See a lot of movement from the Japanese team.
And a counter attack once again. Japan scrambling back to try and hold their defense. Well done there by the Japanese. And now it's a counter attack for Japan, trying to look for an option to get in, and it was a poor pass there by the Japanese number 13, Mitsuhashi Aki. Overhead flick, well trapped. Japan on the offensive on the right side of the field. Ayaka on the ball, trying to work her way into the Chinese D. Too many Chinese players surrounding her not giving her enough space to work the ball through. Ball to China. Well, trapped there by the Japanese number 5, Maki, who's the team captain. Well smothered out there by Tsuya. Japan on the ball. Well defended by the Chinese. It's another free hit for China. Ball coming out very quickly by the Chinese number 11, Yuan Meng, trying to look for options. She runs a good 15-20 meters and gets a free hit from the sideline. And there you see the number 13 from Japan, Matsuhashi Aki, shin guard, has popped out of her socks.
It's quite sorry. I was surprised that the umpire stopped the game for if like your shin pad came off. Yeah, I don't think you're supposed to stop the game.
Yes,
she's supposed to go out and
use it. But I also saw the umpire actually warning Aki that the next time it happens, you're going to get a card for it. So you got to make sure that your shin guard stays inside your socks. Japan. Natsuki
playing 3 behind.
Emi. Poor trap there by the Japanese number 9, Hazuki. The ball hitting her foot. Shan Chao looking for an option, finds one. Shan Chao on the sideline, looking for 29. Shan Chao once again. Chen Rong. Chen Rong trying to hold the ball to earn a free hit, and she does well. Surrounded by 3 Japanese players. Yi Dan. Zhang Ying all the way across to the left side of the field, trying to work the ball down the left flank. Unfortunately for Siltia, the ball wasn't met by her forward, and the ball goes back to Japan. Maki, Natsuki, Maki, Ayaka holds her pass a little bit longer, waiting for support. She gets it. Reverse hit, trying to look for a player in the D. Well closed down there by the Chinese number 2, Siltia. Chao Yu, surrounded by 2 Japanese players, trying to get the ball, and she loses the ball. What a dangerous place to lose the ball. It's an offensive, number 9, Japan, and it's a goal from the Japanese number 9, Nagai Hazuki.
I guess the goal was coming.
Yes, and it was a costly error by the Chinese number 2. I beg your pardon, the Chinese number 12, Yi Dan, on left defense. Costly error from her, losing the ball somewhere around the 23 meters, allowing Hazuki Nagai to pounce on that opportunity. Free shot in the goal, in the D, nobody around her, ample time to draw the goalkeeper out, turn the goalkeeper, and take a reverse shot into an open goal. Well done, Japan. Now Japan leads by 1-0. Well, in the last game China played, we saw different strategies in different quarters of the game.
Yes.
If you remember correctly, when they played against Malaysia, they sat back in one quarter, and then in the next quarter they came out and
Yes.
slowly they started to put the pressure on Malaysia. So perhaps they are doing the same thing.
Maybe because maybe they're not used to this kind of weather where they get tired. So probably they maybe they realize that they cannot
They keep attacking all the time.
attacking all the time and maintain their fitness throughout the 4 quarters.
Right.
So they have to choose the right one. Probably the third and fourth quarter, they will try to go more offensive.
Yeah, well, let's see the Chinese. Well, now they are forced to come out because they are
Yes.
down by 1-0. They need to get that goal back to equalize. And just like against Malaysia, they were down 1-0 and then they came back. So maybe we have something in store with the Chinese team in the next 2 quarters. Titia getting a free hit there. Nice long ball along the sideline. Trying to find her number 21, Tia Chi, who couldn't connect with the ball.
Now the game probably will be more interesting because
Yes.
they, as you said just now, they will have to open up.
Yes,
and
and
there's more space for the Japanese team to come and
Yeah,
attack.
that's true.
Yeah.
And as you can, the Chinese players are now sitting up to half line, trying to get the ball back, and they're just shifting around, trying to look for options to cut off the Japanese long passes. And we have China coming up on the offensive. Guo Chiu losing the ball at that point in time. China's ball. Wen Yu.
I like the way the Japanese team move without the ball, how they lead into space. They actually switch the players not only between the lines, but between with another line, meaning the forwards and the midfield and the defense. They can just take turns and
move.
change that and move and take
Yeah.
their position.
Yeah, as you mentioned in one of the earlier games,
Yes.
that it's very difficult to mark
Very difficult to mark.
because the players are running all over the place.
Yes. If you are marking one player, if that player goes down, then if you follow, then you have actually created space for another player to come in.
Yes. Good tackle there from the Chinese number 3, Shan Chao, who's the, I beg your pardon, Shan Chuo, who's the team captain from China. Maki to Natsuki. Back to Maki. Natsuki holding back her pass a little bit. A good attempt there, but missed time. Took her eye off the ball at that moment. But in any case, Chen Yang running very quickly to try and take advantage of the situation. But Sakaguchi manages to close her down. Sanchuo. Sakaguchi. Stick check there from the Chinese number 6. Taken very quickly. Japan on the offensive. Yuri on the ball. Trying to look for space. Another stick check on Yuri. Nomura. Does well to try and find Mano. Nomura, reverse cross into the D. Closed down there by the Chinese number 25, Wan Li. The Japan has earned a long corner. Yuda is waiting to take it. She does so very quickly. Tries to work the ball in, reverse cross towards the goalkeeper, but no touch there from the Japanese. And it's not a goal. So Nordin, you want to walk us through why that wasn't a goal?
Because the attacking team, one player need to touch the ball inside, touch or hit inside the circle. If the hit is taken from outside and no one from your own team touch or hit the ball, it will consider no goal. Even though the opponent hit their stick or goalkeeper kick the ball into the goal, there won't be a own goal.
Right. This rule is a more modern rule. Right? Before, years ago, when we used to play on grass,
Yes.
if the ball hits one of the opponents inside the semicircle,
Yes.
what decision would that be? If you can remember.
Yeah. They I think I know which one you're talking about. They actually tried for a couple of years, maybe 1 or 2 years. They found out it was not fair because some of the teams with a strong hit, they will hit straight inside the crowd and force someone to touch the ball.
Right.
So
Which could result in a goal.
Yes, more often they score their own goal instead of their own player.
Right. A lot of the rules have changed because of the different tactics that different teams have come up with to try and make this
Exactly.
game as fair as possible. Japan on the offensive. Shimizu tried to reverse cross, didn't quite connect there. Chang Ying trying to get the ball, and she's given it back to Shimizu.
For a moment, I thought you say she miss you.
Well, I must admit, I'm having quite a field day with all these Japanese names. They're not exactly the easiest names to pronounce. Yeah, I got a yeah there from Harry, one of our friends, the cameraman. It's not every day that we get Japanese playing in Singapore. Good defending there by Japan. Quick counter attack. The Japanese advancing there. Nishimura, good pass. Reverse cross. Hits off one of the one of the Chinese defenders' sticks, and it has gone out for a long corner for Japan. We've got Sakaguchi on the ball, looking for her options. Decides to send it back to Asai. Asai works it across to Asayu. Asayu on the ball. Naito.
Good movement of the ball too.
And she earns a free hit there. Very, very intelligent, very clever move there by Naito to throw the ball into the Chinese defender's foot to get the free hit. And there you have the Japanese forcing the Chinese to make mistakes, throwing the ball out for a free hit for Japan with Sakaguchi on the ball, looking for an option, sends it all the way back to her number 3, Asai, transferring the ball out. Well, now it seems like the Chinese are slowly closing up the gaps because the Japanese can't seem to get the ball through. Asai. Good touch there, all the way to the number 19. China working the ball, earns a free hit for a dangerous high ball there from the Japanese. A quick hit there by the China's number 11, Yuan Meng, but the ball goes out. We have Naito on the ball. He looks for Sakaguchi. Switches it across to Asai. Asai finds Nishimura. Quick ball off to the right side. A hard push into the Chinese D. Intercepted there by China, and the ball goes back to Japan. And we've just played out the second quarter of the game. Japan still leads by 1-0, and at this point in time, the teams are going to go out for their halftime break.
Japan 1, China 0.
That's right, and you just heard that, viewers, that Japan is leading by 1-0. And I see on the field the player number 9 from Japan, Nagai Hazuki, seemed to have taken a knock in her leg, and she's limping out. Not quite sure which part of her leg is hurt.
I think her left ankle. Probably she got
Seems like her ankle, yes.
sprain, yeah.
Well, the thing is, for those of you who are not familiar with some of the changes in hockey, many years ago it used to be played on grass, but now it's played on what we call the AstroTurf. And the AstroTurf is basically an artificial surface sprayed down by water. The purpose of the water is to keep the ball from flying too much, so that the ball sticks to the turf, to keep the game as safe as possible, because at the pace the game is being played, there's always a risk of injury. But by watering the field, I'm sure Mr. Nordin will agree with me, it also creates a bit more risk for players who will slip at times because of the quick turns and the quick change of direction that the game requires. And sometimes the players can lose their footing very easily, and thereby hurting their knees, their ankles. To some extent, even sometimes because of the speed of the game, the power that the players need, you have players who get injuries in their hamstrings, in their calf muscles, simply because they have to keep running and running, at such a high speed and at such a high pace. So, your views on this, Nordin?
Yes, I agree with you. I think this is like goes down to conditioning also. They will have to strengthen the core muscle,
That's
so
right.
to help, and the equipment, the turf shoe now is well advanced, and they have new good
Designs and
designs,
models.
yeah, for especially this kind of surface. You can't play like just a normal track shoe to play at this high pace.
That's true. For those of you who don't know, Mr. Nordin was one of the most skillful forwards that Singapore ever produced in his playing days. He has an excellent ball control, and he does it very well. And in Singapore, we pride ourselves with a lot of time that we used to spend on our trainings, partly because we had the time. And we were able to produce some very good players right here in our own turf. But right now with AstroTurf, speed is one of the main important areas that a player needs to have, aside from the physical strength, because it can be quite a tough kind of arena to actually play our games. And sometimes when we're up against very tough opponents, you need to have the muscle to match your opponents, and I think that's one of the biggest challenges in modern hockey today. So in any case, score still stands at Japan 1 and China 0. We're at a halftime break right now. This is the second game of the Women's Asian Champions Trophy on day 3 of the competition. So we're just going to take a short break, and we'll be back for the second half. Good work there. Number 17, and a good goal by the number 17 from India, Deepika.
It's very difficult.
And it's the second goal for India. And we have, I believe it's the Indian number 3.
Only after the first goal.
And you're right, the Japanese are coming back into the game. Japan still trying to press through, and they get the equalizer. Another field goal by the Japanese number 8, Mano Yukari. Alright viewers, welcome back to the second half of the game between Japan and China in the Women's Asian Champions Trophy right here at the SengKang Stadium in Singapore. China in yellow on your screen from right to left are trailing 1-0 right now with an earlier goal, the goal scored, a field goal scored by the Japanese number 9 in the first half, Nagai Hazuki. So China would definitely want to come back and try and get back into this game. When they played against Malaysia, they started off also trailing 1-0, but they were successful in coming back with 3 goals to win the game 3-1. So can they do it again in this game? Nice touches there by the Japanese. Zhang Ying. Foul against Japan. Yuda. Matsuhashi successfully gets the ball into the Chinese D. Shot at goal. And it's a penalty corner against China for lifting the ball, creating a dangerous situation. The umpire had no choice but to call for the penalty corner, of which China is now defending their goal.
I think the Chinese team allowed the Japanese team to control the game by letting them receive unchallenged. So they must not do that. They must put pressure every time they receive, so that they don't get all the balls and control the game.
That's right. Alright, Nishimura getting ready to inject. As you can see the Japanese battery shifting to the right. Quick shot there. Well saved first time, but not the second, as we have the Chinese goalkeeper Yu Yaran on the ground smothering the first shot, but on the rebound she couldn't do anything to stop the ball from going into the goal to give Japan their second goal of the game. A well worked penalty corner. I will get a confirmation of who the scorer was in a short while. And there you have it, Hazuki Yuda, goal scorer for the Japanese penalty corner that you just saw just now. China is now trailing 2-0. Wen Yu looking for San Chao, laying it back to her number 8, Chao Yu. Si Tia looking for the window to try and send that long ball through. Chao Yu back to Nishikori, trying to look for Mitsuhashi. Unsuccessful there. Chang Ying on the ball, taking on her marker, running the ball. And there you have a stick check by Matsuhashi. It's probably going to be called up for a card, and yes, she has. She's got to run all the way out now. She's got a green card. So Mitsuhashi has to sit out for another 2 minutes. Japan plays with 10 players. Tsitia transferring the ball off to Chao Yu. Nice long ball, well trapped there by the Japanese. Working the ball out, and a quick clearance there by the Japanese number 4, Fuji Misa. China picking up the ball. Wen Yu sending it off to Chao Yu. San Chao fumbled with that hit, creating a dangerous situation, and Japan takes the free hit right now. Sakaguchi sending the ball off, transferring the ball off to the right side. Fujimisa. Sakaguchi fumbled with that pass, and the ball goes back to China. Very quickly taken from the sideline there. As you can see, the Chinese player attacking the goal, trying to find options but can't seem to have them. It's a stick check. It's a free hit for Japan. The umpire is telling the players to calm down and retake that free hit. Sakaguchi getting ready. Overhead flick, not very high, unfortunately. San Chao managed to close it down. China on the offensive. Very quick pass there to the number 25, Wan Li. Wan Li looking for Chang Ying. Chang Ying bringing the ball up. A quick transfer across to the right. The center of the field, number 9, Wen Yu. No option to go forward. Sends it back to her number 8. Tsitia. Japan working the ball out. China still manages to get control, trying to look for that shot. Unfortunately, it hits the foot of the Chinese forward. Tia Chi, who tried to get that shot in. Well defended by the Japanese.
Yes, you are right. I think the Japanese team is very stubborn in defending, and the marking is very tight, make it difficult for the Chinese to penetrate.
Right.
Yes.
Yeah, I think the Chinese are also probably trying to manufacture their short corners, trying to create short corner situations, but can't seem to find the foot because the Japanese are playing with a very flat stick.
Yes. And they work well as a team. You see, three of them are doing the pressing for the Japanese.
Very, very good control by these Japanese players. Shimizu trying to find Hirahara, but the ball gets knocked out the sideline. Shimizu on the ball right now. Mano. Fuji. Japan finding its way into the Chinese D. Sticks flying, trying to get the ball out, and it goes to China. China takes a quick pass for a counter attack. The Japanese backpedaling comfortably, actually, very confident that they will be able to get the ball back from the Chinese. Ball hits the foot there. Ball to China. Well intercepted by the Japanese defender, number 5, Sakaguchi, the team captain. And then they settle down to reorganize themselves, try and launch another attack out of defense. The ball gets double back to Asai. Asai looking for options. She sends it back to Sakaguchi. Ball goes out to Nishimura. Nishimura looking for options, can't seem to find any, but she's cleverly managed to protect the ball and earns a free hit for Japan. Nice hard flick to the forward line, but there's nobody there to receive, so the ball goes back for the Chinese. Nice hard sweep. A hard sweep there, but some misunderstanding and miscommunication between the Chinese forwards, and the ball goes astray and back to the Japanese. Shimizu trying to look for a cross, well guarded there by the Chinese number 8, Zhao Yu.
That's what I meant just now by the marking by the Chinese. It's quite loose, yeah. So it's very easy for the Japanese to receive the ball.
Right. Now we have Chinese number 13. She was one of the more difficult players to mark in the game against Malaysia. The Malaysians are having all kinds of problems with her. Li Hong. She wasn't featured very much in the earlier part of the game, but now she's come in. Quick hard push towards the Japanese goal, but the ball goes out this side, the back line.
Yes, if you see the Japanese how they work in defense, they will always overload that place.
Yeah.
If the Chinese will have 2 players, they will have at least 3 or 4 players. So that's a good strategy.
Yes. To outnumber the opponents,
Yes.
and then kill them by getting the ball back.
And they can do it because they are fit and fast. They can go there and go back and cover, return.
Yeah, and it's quite obvious that they spend a considerable amount of time with the flat tackles, because the sticks are all on the ground.
Yep.
Good clearance there. The ball still in China's possession, Japan's possession, but it trickles out because Nagai failed to control the ball before it fell out to the sideline. Anyway, Japan is on the offensive once again. They have the ball in their possession, trying to look for options, and there we have Japan's number 15, Nagai, once again taking on her marker, but not being able to pass to her teammate. Unfortunately there for China, Yi Dan failed to control the ball, and the ball goes back to Japan. Nagai. Unfortunately for Japan, nothing comes of it. Nomura fails to connect. I beg your pardon. Mitsuhashi fails to connect with that cross, and then the ball goes out. Good defending there by the Japanese. Overhead flick, but it goes out of the field. Unfortunate there for the Chinese, where Zhao Yu's flick doesn't find her teammate. Nagai, reverse hit. And the Japanese are unhappy with the umpire didn't pick up that. The ball hit Wenyu's leg.
Probably she is a good actor, walking like normally.
There was no pain.
No pain.
Well, that's why hockey players have to wear shin guards. It is so important, especially at this level. You're gonna protect all the possible bruising that you're gonna get in your legs if you don't have any shin guards on. Fuji, a nice overhead flick, trying to find her forward, but a bit too far, unfortunately for Japan.
Very good play by the Japanese because they utilize the
width.
the weave.
Nagai trying to look for an option. Finds Matsuhashi. Ball to Japan. Naito. Unfortunately there, missed by the Japanese player. China. Quick layoff. And the Chang Ying being brought down there. Free hit for China. A bit too far. And Tia T wasn't able to get to it. The Chinese are reorganizing themselves, and the Japanese going to start the ball out at the side. Fuji on the ball, finding Naito. Naito looking for Fuji. Fuji advancing. Nice hard push down the sideline. The ball comes off the Chinese stick, although the Chinese players don't actually agree with that. But the ball is goes to Japan. Mitsuhashi trying to look for options. A quick reverse hit, trying to cross it into the D, but it was a weak cross. Ball goes out again for Japan. Mitsuhashi on the ball. Fuji, well intercepted. Go to looking for options. Finds Chen Yang. Chen Yang moving the ball. Nice reverse
how quickly the Japanese team cover.
Yeah, they're doing a very good job with the with defending, closing all the lines, not giving any free ball for the Chinese to capitalize on. And we've just heard the buzzer for the end of the third quarter. And Japan are leading by 2-0. A very, very entertaining game it's been so far, Nordin.
Yes, clearly the Japanese team has a better teamwork. Maybe this team has been playing together a couple of years. I know this Chinese team is quite a new team. Probably this is not their first team. Yeah. So maybe the teamwork, the cohesiveness is not so good as the Japanese team.
Right.
Japanese team, the structure, the movement, the positioning, the understanding is so much better.
Well, that's true. And at this point in time, we are being entertained by both these teams. Very interesting tactical strategies, set pieces, tactics that the coaches have come up with. There's a lot of off-the-ball running from the Japanese, making it difficult for the Chinese to mark. And as what Nordin mentioned earlier, the Chinese are giving the Japanese a little too much space to receive the ball. In fact, to a point that they are able to control the ball. So perhaps if the Chinese decide to step in a bit earlier, to cut off those passes and stay close to the Japanese that they are marking, they may see a slightly different result when it comes to the who wins the ball.
Yes, exactly.
Well, we still have the last quarter to go. Japan still leads 2-0. What does the Chinese have in store? Well, that's left to be seen. They've got 15 minutes to try and get back into this game and at the same time try to win it if they can. And for the Japanese, is to try and hold on to this lead and perhaps maybe try and increase the lead by getting another goal or two. There you can hear the Chinese supporters trying to give a bit of motivation to the Chinese team. The Japanese are really working hard to try and get the ball at every tackle, every opportunity that they can to get the ball off the Chinese players. And they're doing a very good job with it. So far, we've not seen much attack from the Chinese, especially in the last quarter. They seem to be sitting back because they can't find any options up front. And all the options are being cut out by the Japanese very, very quickly. Except for this one, as you can see, the Chinese have managed to break through. They're trying to look for an option to get in, but what a fantastic tackle there from the Japanese defender. I believe it is Sakaguchi, who's the team captain. A one-handed reverse tackle, and she stole the ball. So she made it so easy. A nice hard hit into a nice hard sweep into the Japanese D, but nobody there to receive. Once again, Japan comes out on the offensive. Mano, quick pass. Nagai, good control, finds one of her defenders. Asayu looking for an option, finds one in the left defense, sends it down the line. Unfortunately, a slip there by the Japanese forward, allowing China to come back again. Stick check by the number 3 from Japan, Asai. China is still on the offensive, trying to look for a cross. Wan Li is trying to get the ball back. The ball hits the foot of the Japanese number 17, Kozuka. Ball to China. All the way back to Chao Yu. Chao Yu sends it forward again. Well intercepted there by the Japanese. Trying to get the ball out. Asayu trying to look for an option, fails to find one. And China gets the ball back, tries to work the ball into the D. Trying to push for a penalty corner, but the foul took place just outside the semicircle, so it's a free hit for China. Hard push into the D. There's infringement from the Chinese player on a Japanese defender, and the ball is now starting out with Japan.
If you see Chinese, the China team has changed their pressing. They are playing a bit higher.
Yes.
Now. Yes, and I was wondering why didn't they do that earlier? Yes, and they are actually more effective.
Yeah, it's quite hard to understand sometimes.
Yes.
You know, some of the tactics from the different teams.
They have their own idea.
Yeah, they have their own ideas. I'm sure the coaches spend hours developing these players, and I'm sure they know the players much better than we do.
Yep.
We can only give our views.
Views, yeah. And it's easier for us to give the views because we have not under pressure.
Yes, we've not had the pressure of performing at this level as a coach. So ultimately, you know, it's a lot different. It's easier for us to sit back and comment.
Yep.
Nice long ball, well cut off there
Yeah,
by
there is better
Shan Chao. And a quick counter attack by China. Can they make of this? Unfortunately, it was a bit too far, a bit too early, I think, for Yuan Ming to try and reach out for it. Good attempt there by China.
Yes, I thought the leading by the centre forward was good. She was leading to the side to create the open channel in the centre.
That's right.
But unfortunately, there's no one else coming into that channel.
Right. Mitsuhashi. Forced back. Sakaguchi on the ball. Asayu throwing out to her left defender. Unfortunate, not able to stop that one. The ball goes back to China from the sideline. Zhang Ying. Good runoff there by the Chinese number 7, Guo Qiu. Tries to lay off the ball to her forward, but it was a little bit too far away. And it comes to nothing. Japan starts the ball again. Japan now in no hurry to try and get a third goal. They're moving the ball around very, very well. They've been having a fantastic game so far, as you can see. Good movement. And that ball cut off by Zhang Ying.
I think that's a good strategy, playing the ball around the back. Unless the Chinese put pressure, then they will change to offense. But
That's
if
right.
not, yeah, keep the ball, force the Chinese to come up, step up.
Cao Yu on the ball. Dan Yang did well to earn the ball, get the ball back. China on the offensive, number 10. Chen Yang. Unfortunate for Chen Yang. Ball goes to Japan. Nishimura. Naito. Japan switching the ball up from right to left. Tries to send the ball up to the forwards, but unfortunately the ball was touched by one of the Chinese players, and it's a long corner. China does well to win back the ball, and it's a free hit for China, but the ball comes off the foot of Japanese player number 11, Nomura. Wen Yu working with Si Chia. Losing the ball. Nishimura. The umpire spotted something, and we have a Chinese player there down with cramps. The umpire has to call a timeout. It looks like Si Chia. He's breathing in pain. And now we have the physiotherapist running in to try and help her. Well, the thing about this game of hockey, Nordin, is that it's just running and running and running.
Yeah.
It's no wonder that they can get themselves cramping like this. It's quite common if you're running at top speed all the time.
Yes. Yeah, that's why I said just now, I think the conditioning at this level is important. and all the top teams, they spend a lot of money and time just to build the player, to prepare for this kind of tournament.
Right.
And where sports science comes in, and
Yes.
and all that sort, and the recovery, because they're playing game back to back.
Right.
So the recovery, like tomorrow they have a game, tonight they have to ice bath.
Yeah.
They have to massage to prepare for the next
To prepare
game.
for the next game, yes.
So, and the dieting also. So it's not just like just playing anymore now. It's off the field, a lot of things.
China on the ball. Wen Yu sideline. Transferring the ball out. Chan Ying. Chan Ying looking for Cao Yu. A quick cross into the D. Well worked by China to transfer the ball from right to left, finding space along the left flank. Another cross, but well stopped there by the Japanese number 17 Kozuka. Lead Japan's ball. Naito on the ball. Quick transfer. The players are not quick enough to get into position, and the ball goes back to China. We've got Chen Yang on the ball, trying to look for her teammates. Well, she topped the ball there. It's unfortunate. She wasn't able to get the ball across. A quick overhead, trying to relieve some pressure. As you know, as you can see, that there are no Japanese players over there. So sometimes teams do that just to relieve the pressure so that they can reorganize themselves and get ready for the next attack. The Chinese are finding and doing everything they can to try and get a goal or to get the team's name on the score sheet, but so far they haven't been very successful. And the Japanese have done well so far to try and keep the Chinese at bay. So far, China hasn't had any penalty corners.
Yes, at all.
Yeah, so it's a good job by the Japanese to try and keep them out. Naito on the ball, trying to look for options. Sends it back. Naito trying to force her way through. Manages to get the ball forward, but unfortunately the pass has gone astray, and Shimizu was unable to get to the ball. China.
Sometimes the game nowadays is such that if you sacrifice your team, your players to defend, more defensive, have to come down, this is what would happen. Your attack would be like very thin.
Right, and there you just saw an opportunity for China to get their name on the score sheet. The ball goes across the semicircle, but two Chinese players actually mistrapped and didn't touch the ball at all. But in any case, we have a free hit for China now. China putting the pressure on Chang Ying. Chang Ying with a nice hard sweep into the semicircle, but Chinese players not able to connect with that pass. Asai. China's ball, Chang Litia on the ball. And loss of control there from Yan Wing, giving the ball back to the Japanese. Sakaguchi. Pretty good hit right up to the Chinese half, but no Japanese in sight. ball comes off the foot of Shimizu for a free hit for China. Yuan Ming gets the ball across, still trying to find that shot at goal, or perhaps a short corner, a penalty corner. Ball to China. Shan Chao. Nice long ball, trying to look for options. Unlucky, the ball didn't bounce her way. Anyway, there's still another chance here for China. We got Li Hong trying to look for an option. Doesn't get one.
Yeah, I think the Japanese knew what she wanted to do to get
Right.
the foot. Yeah.
Cao Yu. San Chuo. Well, China has less than a minute to go before the end of this game. Cao Yu. Nice hard hit through the center. Well defended by the Japanese. Japanese are holding on to the lead. The Chinese are pressing, trying to get at least one goal in this game. Well defended again by the Japanese. A nice hard hit all the way out. With 30 seconds to go, can the Chinese pull one back? Li Hong unsuccessful in trying to get to the ball. The ball goes out for Japan.
Full press from the Chinese team.
And the ball hits the foot of Cao Yu in a free hit for Japan. They're going to take their time to try and play out the time. And there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. A very, very entertaining game between these two hockey powerhouses in Asia, Japan and China, with Japan finishing up the game with a 2-0 win with goals. And there we have it, Japan with the first goal coming from Nagai Hazuki. It was a field goal, and subsequently after that, a penalty corner that Japan scored through their number 10, Yuda Hazuki. An excellent win for Japan, don't you think so, Nordin?
Yes, I think they deserve it because throughout the game they've been playing very well, and the structure, as I said just now, was good. And I think based on the basic, I think their basic is much refined, strong, slightly better than the Chinese team. So
Right.
I think they deserve the win.
Right. Well, that's it from us from the SengKang Stadium at the 4th Women's Asian Champions Trophy at the SengKang Stadium. And at this point, we'd like to just let you know that tomorrow, which is day 5, we have, I beg your pardon, is day 4, and we have 2 exciting games. One at 6 o'clock between Malaysia and Japan, and another at 8 o'clock between Korea and China. Another powerhouse in the competition for the women's hockey. Do join us tomorrow night, and same time, same place, and we'll be here to bring you the highlights of the game with some of our tactical and technical input from Coach Nordin Manaf from Singapore. And at this point, we'd like to bid you good night and see you again tomorrow. I think it's a good idea to have one case. The thing about statistics about the players, I'm not quite sure where to get it from. Yeah.
That's what I was going to
Yeah, you just sort of smash it. Yeah. No, but I think starting with the open commentary, I wanted to listen to myself to see how I sounded in terms of was it exciting, was it deadpan, was it flat? Yeah. So when I sat down and listened to the highlights, that was the only clip I was able to get. I wasn't too hot about myself. So I said to myself, no, you gotta up the game, you gotta with a bit more excitement, a bit more variation in the pace, and it's a fantastic shot or something like that, and not excellent goal, excellent shot. It's like, oh my gosh, nobody will listen to it or watch it. So I'm always trying to see how I can make it better. Yeah, the thing about it, like I said, in Singapore we don't get that many of these sort of competitions. So the kind of commentary that we need is something that you've got to keep going and doing all the time. So your tongue gets loose, your ideas start rolling. If you do it every now and then, it's you got to sort of take some mental notes. Okay, try to say this, try to say that. Sort of learning along the way.
that's what I want.
Yeah. Okay. Same company? No, also for someone else. I see. Okay. Right. Yeah. Yeah, that's a good idea. You can try and explore that and see how the federation is it. Money is always an issue. Okay, wait, I'll see you tomorrow. Yes.